Good morning. I've been waiting for a quiet spot, but the cars keep coming, so just gonna have to carry on. Anyway, good morning. It's week 10 of marathon training, London marathon training. I'm Evelyn, or This Runner Loves Purple, and I'm coming to you from the first run, or before the first run of the week. For some reason, they put a tempo or fartlek session the day after a long run, so I skipped it. So it's actually Tuesday, not Monday, so I pushed it to Tuesday, and I walked up this big hill, and I'm going to start when I get to the roundabout sign. And today's session is 40 minutes, 10-minute warm up and cool down either end, and then 4 lots of 2.5 at hard, which is 5:31 pace, and 2.5 minutes at steady, 6:24 pace, so slightly 3 seconds slower than marathon pace. Let's see how I do. I try to do it as early as possible in the morning. It's about 20 past 8. So let's see how we do. No food, just fasted, just my coffee as usual, so I feel like I'll do better. See how busy it's been. So I'm just coming up to the roundabout now, so I'm gonna start and I'll let you know how I get on at the end. All right, see you in a bit. Hello, I'm done. I finished later than I expected. It's already past 9. I should be working. Oopsie. Oh, no, it didn't go to plan. I thought I chose a flatter route than the Hatter's Way that I normally use. It ended up being a little bit steep. So the first half was okay. I didn't really hit them. I think I was 5:31 for the first one, was 5:39, 6:20, 6:25, and then I think 5:50, 6:30, and then on the way back I was later slower. So yeah, it didn't go to plan. Still overall met the distance, but that's because my warm-ups and cool downs were probably faster than they should have been. They were slow still, but they were faster than they should have been. So yeah, it was a good workout, but I think my legs are still tired, and I ran 6k with the club yesterday as well, so I don't know. I did it, that's the main thing, but just not as fast as it should have been. So not to worry, onward to the next one. See you next time. All right, bye. Good morning. I'm coming to you on Saturday, parkrun day. I'm in my parkrun top. I'm showing you this close up. I did about 300 about 10 weeks ago. And of course you have to wait till 500 for the next milestone t-shirt. So I got some numbers and cut them out, ironed them on. So that's my 300. And then I'll do the same for 400, and then 500, I should get a t-shirt. But anyway, so today, parkrun day, Saturday, no planned run for the training. I've got a strength session to do, but I'll do that after parkrun. But you may notice I'm in different surroundings. I'm in a Premier Inn in Petersfield. Come down to do Queen Elizabeth Country Park Run. I nearly didn't come because it's so far away from home, but I thought this week has not been a fun week for me, so let me cheer myself up, take myself somewhere that has a bath. I live in a flat and it only has a shower, and so it's nice to go away sometimes and then use their bath. So I had a nice soak last night. But anyway, ramble. So I'm about to go to Queen Elizabeth Country Park to do the park run. Of course, I forgot my trail shoes and it's raining, so I only have my Asics Nova Blast 3s to run in, so I shall be probably falling over. But hey, we'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow how that goes. I didn't get around to letting you know how my run 2 and 3 went from the plan. My run 2 was on the 15th of February, day after Valentine's Day. No gifts, no cards, no overwhelmed with prezzies. But yeah, day after. I hate Valentine's Day because the day after my mum passed away. And this year was 36 years. And that day I never feel very good. I mean, you get over the horrible feelings straight away, but you never get over losing somebody. And yeah, it's been a long time. And I'm always really down on that day. So I keep myself to myself. I I was definitely going to run, but I was thinking about putting off the interval session that I had to do. So I didn't think, I was just down. Everything was down and heavy, and my eating got a little bit bad. So this week I haven't eaten very well. So I didn't feel up to it. So, but I got out about 8:30 in the evening. Luckily, I got into a bit where there's no rain. And on the schedule was the Moscow from Cooper, and so I'm reading off my Garmin Connect. So it's 10 reps of 2 minutes at 5:31 pace with a 1 minute walk recovery. And usually I'm fine with people getting in the way, and you're annoyed, but it doesn't really get you down. But just really peed me off because it was dark. I couldn't use my usual Hatters Way straight route, and so I just picked a little grid around where I live. It's not hilly, but it's not flat either, and I chose a little circle for the actual intervals because it was a 10-minute warm-up and cool down either side as well. So I did a big loop for the warm-up, and then I did this one around this block basically for the 2-minute run, 1 minute walk. And I thought I had picked a nice flat section because basically as you go up towards where I live, you're going up a hill and then there's a steep hill. So I was like going towards town, so it was flatter, and I thought I picked the road that was right on the top of that hill because it goes up and then a little bit down. So I thought I picked the bit that was at the top of the hill, but I must have gone round it anti-clockwise instead of clockwise. So I felt the incline. And then also it was late. I thought it would be quiet, loads of people walking around. And then a stupid guy parked on the corner right across, leaving hardly any gap for even one person to go past, let alone two. And he was sitting in the car and there was space behind him. So every time I ran round, and of course I had to run around 10 times. So every time I ran around, somebody was either coming through, which is fine, it's not their fault, it's this car's fault. The first time I basically hit the door because he was parked, it was driver's side. So he was parked on the opposite side from the driving, so he obviously crossed the way. I bashed the door just to let him know he's in the way. Still there when I came around the next time. Next time somebody was coming through as I was coming past, and he said sorry. I said, don't be sorry, it's this guy's fault. He's parked the wrong place. He had his window open. I really should. Normally I wouldn't say a thing because you don't know what people could do. They could get out the car and stab me. But yeah, I was in such a mood. Everything that went wrong, I had something to say. And then the next time round, somebody had the back door open. So obviously it slowed me down, and it was always on my runs, intervals. So very annoyed, very annoyed. So I thought I did worse than I did. I didn't hit the targets at all. I'll put the intervals there. I never got to 5:31, but I thought I was like 6:15, 6:20 for every single interval, but I was probably 5:40, 5:51 for 3 or 4 of them, and then 6:05, 6:10, probably 6:20 was the longest. So not a successful interval session, not as bad as I thought it was when I was doing it. It felt like hard work as well when I was doing it. But yeah, disappointed how it went and how I felt, but it was the day. Nothing was going to work well for me on that day. So that was run 2 on the plan. And then run 3 was yesterday, and that was just an easy 50 minutes. And in my head, I thought it was 6:58 pace, but it was actually 7:17. So I went a little bit too fast. I mean, not overly fast. I was like slightly faster than 6:58 for the first 2 or 3 kilometers, 6:53. And then I thought, let me try and get closer to 6:58 pace, try and be steady, because I've never get to the actual pace consistently. So I was trying to get as close to 6:58 as I could, and I kept on going over. So it's like 7:05, 7:07. I was thinking, oh, missed it again. And then when I got home, I realised it was 7:17. So I was well within average pace. So my average pace was 7:05 minutes per kilometre. So okay, maybe a little bit too fast, but I'm all right with that. So today, just park run. It's 2 times up a big hill. It's going to be muddy. I haven't got trail shoes, so it's going to be a slow 5K. And then tomorrow, long run, I have, what do I have on the plan? I believe I have my first, I think I have my first 13 miles, 21.1K or 2.5 hour time run. and it's going to be the Striders Challenge run. So we got a 5 mile loop and a 1 mile loop, and you can run as many loops as you can in 3 hours. So I'll try and run, or I will run 3 loops, at least 2 loops of the 5 mile, and then make up the 3 miles on the 1 mile loop if I don't have time to do another 5 mile loop. But I plan to do 15 miles. So I will let you know how that goes tomorrow. Sorry for a little bit of rambling, but you know, I ramble. And I didn't bring a coat because I thought it was warm. It's actually warm, it's 9 degrees, but it's raining. So all I have is my jumper. So I might get cold. Anyway, I'll sign off for now, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final update of the week. Take care for now. Bye-bye. For some reason, I didn't record my long run. So here's a bit of pictures, footage, and a voiceover from me going through both parkrun and my long run on Sunday. This is what I have to contend with. I think it's going to be muddier than this. Let's see. Nice hilly park. So long run Sunday, 2.5 hours on the plan at around 6:58 minutes per kilometre, which works out to be about 21k. So the first 13 miles or half marathon on the plan. And Stopsy Striders, my running club, was holding one of those challenges. It was only a 3-hour challenge this time round, and it was 5 mile or 1 mile loop as many times as you can in 3 hours. And we had like a base, which you're seeing in that first photo, and that's all the people who started at 9. There's about 55 in all who came along. You didn't have to start from 9, you could start any time in that period, and you can set off at minute 2, the 3-hour limit. So if I wanted to do 4 and I got back at 5 to 12, because we started at 9, I could have gone for another loop if I wanted to. So the course is located in Offley, which is a little village just outside of Bedfordshire, probably 20 minutes away from me, in Hertfordshire, in fact, in the country lanes. The couple of nights before has been raining every night, and we had a couple of deep puddles to contend with. So I took second time round footage of me running through the puddles, and you can see that it gets to knee deep at some points. Really, really cold to run through, and your legs were like ice blocks when you came out of the puddle at the other end. The first time round I was tiptoeing through it, but it was quite exhilarating, really. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would. As you may know, cross country, I try to avoid anything that has a stream crossing, but I really have no excuses, because this run was a deep, wet, soggy one, and then the country park run the day before was really muddy, and so I have no excuses next year for cross country. I have to get my feet stuck in quite literally. But no, it was good fun, and we had to do, well, we didn't have to, but I ended up having to do that 3 times. And there was a second puddle, quite deep, probably only ankle deep though, and it felt much warmer that time round. So, and then there was 2 hills to go up as well, so yeah, it was a good course. I did 3 loops in the end. I tried to see if I could do a loop per hour, and as long as I don't wait too long in the break portions, then I'll be happy with that. But yeah, afterwards you could see me in some of these pictures. One of them I got caught stuffing my face with a cinnamon swirl, so that was afterwards. I had a nice coffee from the cafe that they had there, and then we had quite a good spread. People brought stuff, we supplied stuff as a club supplied stuff, and other people did bring some foods and drinks. So it was good all round. I really enjoyed it. I felt like if it was like the other challenge where I got to do my first unofficial official ultra. So it's a shame it was only 3 hours, but no, really enjoyable event. I ran with Kat, who I was pictured with on the first one there, the selfie. For the first 2 loops, we kept each other going. And then the third loop, Sally joined me, but she's not in these pictures. And she helped me, pace me for the last loop because I was getting a bit tired. But I ended up doing 3 loops, 15 miles or 24.5k, about 2 miles over what I needed to do. So very happy, felt good, really ached afterwards. I think once I get to the 30-mile mark, that's when I start to ache. So looking forward to aching every week from now on. So every week
from now on, long runs are at least 13 miles, unless it's a cutback week. So that's week 10. I hope you enjoyed it. I managed to tick over the 200 subscriber mark, so thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and like if you like the video. And I'll see you next week for week 11. Only 9 weeks to go now. Take care and happy running. Bye.